Good evening. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Because start of the stream and it's saying my Wi-Fi signal's bad. Or not Wi-Fi, internet. All right. Figured I'd start early. I do have a decent amount to talk about. The whiteboard is very cool right there. I also wouldn't mind ending a little early. I am freaking exhausted. We'll talk about that in a second. Let's start with some hellos. Dee Dee was here a bit ago. I don't know if she's still here. The same for Zenny. And the same for Cosmin. Hi, everyone. Crypt Keeper's here, though. Hi, Tim. Hope you had a good trip. Aquashell is one of the things on my list I want to talk about. Jeff Kane is here. Welcome, sir. Jeff, I got to figure out how do I hold on. Let me try this. No, none of those buttons work. Let me do it from my phone. I must not be subscribed to you because you don't show up on my thing at all. Let me fix that right now. Let's see here. Come on, phone. Before I forget again. Empire of Dirt. There's a lot of them. Where's your phone? Let's type in some more. How about that? There's aquarium. How about aquatics? There you are. Jeff Kane has 299 subscribers. It's pretty awesome. Now I'm subbed. Been meaning to do that. All right, moving on. Steve, welcome in, sir. And that's it. And that looks like the Discord notification, maybe? It is. All right. Excuse me. There's going to be a lot of yawning, unfortunately. I'm sorry. So, yeah, I have a decent amount to talk about. This morning, I had a cardiologist appointment. I had not been to the cardiologist in a year. Now, my cholesterol doctor is also a cardiologist. He's actually a partner of my cardiologist, so it works out perfect. So I went for 1 year follow-up, and ladies, I am happy to say I have a good heart. Vital signs were perfect, like textbook perfect. The nurse and then even the doctor, they're like, what do I type? There's nothing going on. I was like, yeah, isn't that a good thing? You know? I did lose 8 pounds, 10 pounds, somewhere. Lost weight. So that's always a good thing. The EKG was perfect. My stress test from a while back, it was before I moved, was perfect. Actually got taken off of medication finally, once. If anything, they've been adding medications for the last couple years. So that's the first time they've taken one off the list in years. So very happy about that. Oh, thank you, Steve. Very kind of you. So yeah, the ticker's good. The other thing I did today, I went to the town hall, which I've never been to turn in my permit request so that I can do my driveway project. The goal is to do about a 10 by 12 driveway in the backyard off the alleyway. Right now I put in some pavers just because the mud was terrible and I didn't want to tear up my yard. Um, so that's the goal. I'm hoping to be able to do it for a couple $100 because there's not that much that needs to be done. Um, my thought is some treated um 2x6s or 4x4s to for the two sides and the back, and then grade it out a little bit and put down some plastic and then put a load of millings on top of it. I'm thinking the lumber will be about $10. The plastic will be probably a little pricier than that. Um, Maybe $20, I'm hoping. And then the load of millings will probably be delivered about $100. So the I want to get that project done. The nice thing is during the month of May, permits are free. So it was perfect timing. Say some more hellos. Okay. Dixon Designs, welcome in. Jenna P is here. Now, Dixon Designs is saying hi to Mandy, but I don't see Mandy. Is she here? Oh, yeah, the very beginning, duh. But we don't know if she's still here. Okay. I was confused for a second. Um, so I then came home and did a bunch of yard work. I cut the lawn in the front and the back. Um, now that I'm getting caught up with that and got a good routine, I'm working to make it better. So I worked on establishing the edges around the sidewalk a little bit better and used some of the dirt from that to fill in a couple of ruts that I had made during the move in the backyard, where I went beyond the pavers to get close to the house to unload furniture and stuff. There's any. Um, so I put some soil there and some grass seed. Um, and then I started making my vegetable garden bed. Let's see if I saved any of the pictures from that. I did. So, oh, do I not have a zoomed out one? Gosh, dang it. Let me find one here. Hold on, maybe it's over here. There we go. I do have one. Let me save that before I forget. So I have this area where it's a real pain to it's just not a good spot to do anything else. So it's between the sidewalk and the fence. It goes the length of the yard. Um, but the top half of it is the difficult part. The bottom half, furthest away in the picture, I'll be able to do something nice there. I'm actually probably going to put some pavers there to extend the sidewalk because that's where I get in and out of the car. So make it a little wider right there. But right there, I dug up all the dirt, turned it over, chopped it up, and I took a picture of the you can't really see it in this picture, but I took a picture of the little seed holders of where I put them. I didn't keep them there, but that way I have a picture of the bags and where I put the seeds so I know what's growing and where. So I put three things out there now, which included cucumber, cilantro, and lettuce. Now, I know it's probably a little late for some of them, but we'll see how that goes. Inside in cups, I did put some seeds as well. Um, and some of them are starting to grow. I think that was like basil. I forget what else. I'm not expecting 100% success, but we'll see how it goes. It's already 94 degrees. I think I may have waited too long for veggies this year. Yeah, I mean the temperatures right now here are decent. 70s during the day and obviously cooler at night. So let's look at that actually. I'm gonna look at that right now. Actually it's getting ready to warm up. So it's 50s and 60s at night. And we're gonna start hitting the 80s this week, it looks like. So 70s and 80s during the day. Um It has been cooler prior, but we'll see. It's not like there were a lot of money, and if I get a couple things out of it, that would be nice. Welcome back, Cosmin. Oh, what's this? Oh. Um, so that's the update for outside. Oh, the tubs. So I have the tubs, 3 tubs, set up outside. They have Java moss, thanks to Cosmin. Um, and other floating plants in them. The one I put some broken up flower pots in just to give some hiding places. The gold white cloud mountain minnows are extremely active. The regular ones, not so much. And then the third one, I put some blue dream shrimp in that I got at the ACLC meeting, which we'll talk about in a little bit. Um, Something I brought up in Wet Your Plants is I am getting told multiple things about how to put this blue iris that I got at the ACLC auction. I got it from Fish and Frogs, Diane. She had it in the auction. And she mentioned that, because I had asked, I can plan it or just throw it in there and like put something to hold it up straight, like a rock or something. Kelly, who is extremely smart as well, insists that it needs to be planted. Renee DeQueer has one and mentioned that it can go in a milk crate, which I'm thinking is the same concept as what Diane told me. So I'm kind of stuck. Let's see if I have pictures. I do. So here's the tub, and there it is sticking out of it. Here's the root ball. I mean, look how big that is. It's huge. Like here it is in the tub. It takes up over half of the tub. And I like having the roots and everything exposed because it gives a place for everything to hide. So can I like put it through the milk crate and have the roots in the bottom free and the milk crate holds it standing up? Something along those lines would be perfect. Kelly insisted that it needed to be potted, not planted. But she said it needed some type of substrate. And that's where I'm stuck. Because if I give it substrate, it's going to take up the most of that tub. If I can have the roots just be free and have something to hold it up, then that would be a lot better. Welcome in, Craig. Good to see you. So yeah, I'm still a little stuck on that one. Not sure what I want to do. Next thing with house update, I got Ring cameras. I have the doorbells in for the front door and the back door, and then I have the cameras. One in the living room facing towards the front door, and one in the fish room. The old one that is not a Ring, it's a different brand. I forget what it is. I'm gonna put in the other room in the basement. Um, and I don't think I'll need any more. I mean, it's perfect. I really, really, really like them. Taking a little getting used to with the app and stuff like that, but we'll see. The next thing, I finally hooked up the Casa plugs, and I or one so far. I have two more. I think I available. Um, the the one that I hooked up is for a living room lamp. I am not having good luck with that though. Let me pull it up here. The issue I'm running into is I can't figure out the timer. So I'm hoping someone here can help. So I have living room lamp, and then I go to schedule. I can see where I can turn it has turned power off. So I want it to turn off at 11 p.m., we'll say. Then I go to turn on power, and I want that to turn on at sunset. Now, if I go back to turn off power, it says sunset. I don't get it. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Let me show you. There we go. I don't get what I'm doing wrong with this thing. Yeah, I don't know. All right. Enough of that. Only 12 people here again. Same as last week. I guess it's summertime. It's gotta be. All right. Next new thing. I did order some of the polycarbonate from Lowe's. I got a 5-pack of 2 foot by 4 foot. It was only 70 some dollars. Welcome in Joe's Fish Room. You have to create two schedules, one to turn off and one to turn on. Oh, that's a good point, Cosmic. And actually, I'll talk about that too. Yeah. Okay. Let's try this then. Joe might be on to something here. Okay. I want it to turn on at sunset every day. Save. Add. I want it to turn off. Okay. I see what this is. at what time do I go to bed? 11. At 11 p.m. And actually, this could work out good because I don't want it to turn on off at that time on Fridays, Saturdays, or Sundays. Save. And then I guess I gotta add, yep, another one for turn power off on those days. And we're gonna do that at 11:45 p.m. Awesome. Thank you guys. I appreciate that. Okay. Hopefully that works. Awesome. Um, let's see here. People are chatting. Sorry. Um, okay. That polycarbonate went up in price a lot over the past few years. I've heard that for sure. Oh, Jeff, where are you going to be a guest at? Nice. I'm too cheap for polycarbonate. My tanks are covered with saran wrap. That's not a bad idea either for some of them, honestly. Um, Elfish, welcome in. Alshon, welcome in. So yeah, I got the polycarbonate because of the bigger tanks. To be honest, the 40 breeders I don't have lids for, and um, I want to get something on top of them. I mean, right now I have stuff, but they're not meant for, it's random lids from smaller tanks, basically. Um, so I'm going to cut them for those, and then some of the other tanks that I don't have proper fitting lids for, I'll use them. Um, I got a little Amazon saw that has the fine teeth with the high count, little hand saw, so that I can cut it easily. Um, because I could not find my utility knife anywhere, and then sure enough, I found it last night, but it was too late. So we'll see. Um, let's see here. What are they saying? Craig doesn't do lids. I have to do lids. I have killifish. Excuse me. Um, the next project that I'm going to be working on is building a rack in the other room of the basement. So I got some 2x4s ready. So that's the first part. Um, and then I got screws and a couple other hand tools that I was missing that I needed anyway. I started watching some YouTube videos, and from there I'll have to figure it out. I didn't really find any videos that had the design that I really want to do 100% and gave like good plans or details. Um, so I'm not exactly sure what I want to do. My thought is I want to have the weight of the tanks on the beams going up and down that go all the way to the ground on the four corners, and then have the cross braces holding the beams together. Yes. Or have the cross braces be on top of the beams. Basically, I don't want the weight on the screws, is what I'm seeing as the best practice. Where that becomes a problem is if I do multiple layers. So, which I want to do 2 levels, a lower level and then a top level. So that also kind of poses a problem. The one solution to that I saw on some videos, I think they called it a dado cut. However, I don't have a chop saw, a table saw for that. All I have is a little handheld circular saw. Welcome in, Kelly. Fisher says, I thought I paid around $100 for 5 4x8 sheets a few years back. Now I see 10 for about $400. Yep. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, see, Craig says a small table saw. Yeah, maybe I'll end up getting one. I don't know. Like, I don't do that much woodwork. Oh, excuse me. I may. It cuts way more square than a handsaw. Yeah, exactly. Welcome in, Coro. Thank you for the membership milestone. Borrow one. Yeah, that's a possibility too. So I got to figure out what do you guys think? Do you think for the tank sizes would be a 20 long or smaller? Do you think it would be okay for them to um um for that size tank for the wood, the weight of the tanks, there we go, to be supported by the screws, or does it need to be on the lumber itself? You didn't even ask Scottie if he's going to the Clash. I think that's supposed to be the other way around. Crypt Keeper, Tim, where's that vendor space purchase? Aquashell is over. Rent or borrow one. I could rent one. That's a good idea, actually. Small cost of a table saw or a miter saw is well worth it for the fish room. I would never count on screws alone. Okay. Yeah, that's what. See, and that goes along with what my mindset was to have it on there. Speaking of wood, hello, Peplin Creek Aquatics. You can make a dado cut with a circular saw. Oh. Okay. If you have a hand circular saw, you can build by an insert table where you drop the handsaw in upside down and it becomes a low power table saw. Huh. When you say miters, do you mean what I mean when I say chop saw? I don't know what y'all mean. Yeah, Kelly, that's what I'm thinking. Heplin's he's pretty advanced when it comes to working with wood. Huh. Let me check that. I want to see what the renting one may be a good option. Let's see if they have that. No, that's not what I want. Shop, maybe? Do they have the rentals on their app? I'm curious what that would cost. Tools. saws. Yeah. So I think what some are calling a miter is what some are calling a chop saw. That's Home Depot calls that a miter saw. I was calling that a chop saw. That one is $650. I will not be getting that one. There's one for 400. I'm not getting that one either. 250. Still a little pricey for me. Mm, $1,200. A little too pricey for me still. I don't think I'm going to be getting a miter saw. Let's try renting one. Now wait, there's a chop saw too. So what's the difference? Okay. I mean, these are a little cheaper. Still a little pricey for my liking, to be honest with you. But we all know I'm a cheap ass. I think we're still going to go the rental route. It'd be really cool if I could figure out where that is on this website, though. Maybe they don't have them on the website. Let's try typing in full rental. There we go. They do have it on here. Oh, look, you can buy used tools from them too. That could be a good idea. Maybe they have a circular or a miter saw. I'm not seeing one though. Oh, they do have a reciprocating saw for $124. That's something I could use. There we go. A miter saw, 8.5 inch. 260. That's still a lot of money. I don't know about all this. Hmm. All right, let's see. Where's their tools? Indoor tool rental. Do they not rent saws? There we go. Saws. I click saws and it gives me bolt cutters. Drills. I clicked saws. What the hell? Cut off saw, jigsaw, circular saw, miter saw. Okay. Oh, hell yeah. There we go. $28 for 4 hours. $40 for a whole day. Now that's what I'm talking. I like that. Good thinking, guys. All right, sorry. Let me catch up in chat now. Oh god, I'm way behind. Um okay, I think I'm somewhere around here. All right. Usama's here. Yes, I started early after Wet Your Plants. Brian has skills. True story. The table saw is a good investment when owning your own property or place. Can use it for many projects. Yeah. Yeah. Don't wait much longer. You're going to be losing your place in the vendor room. You're going to be going further and further back. You guys want to be towards the front, unless you become a metal level sponsor. Table saws last forever too. Check estate sales near you. That's a good idea. If you're making dados with a chop saw, make sure you get a sliding chop saw. I better watch more YouTube videos. Radial arm saws are nice to have too. My table saw is a hand-me-down from my grandpa, and my chop saw is from my great-grandpa. It's not too fancy with digital features and safety. It will last forever. That's true. I got the Lowe's brand for 175, and it has been really good saw. Radial arm saws are dangerous, and I wouldn't recommend them. Oh, this is so confusing. Check Harbor Freight. Okay, yeah, that's true. I gotta figure out where there's one near me. Might be at Newark. Miter saws swing for angled cut. Now, is that the one that Peplin said? No, okay. Peplin said don't get a radial arm saw, not a miter saw. Okay, cool. Compound miter saws do more. Okay. Chop saws is more of a general term. Scottie's chop saw massacre, right? If you rent, you can decide if you want to purchase later. That's a good point too. Yeah. Don't do a Tommy, right? Can you get a cut list, get the stuff cut at a friend, then go home and screw everything together? So a lot of the 2x4s I just had Home Depot cut. But I didn't really think it would be proper to ask them to do a dado cut and stuff like that. Usama, hope you're doing well as well. If you do woodworking video or stream, you should mount a camera to one of the saws. Yeah. I do like DeWalt tools. That's what I have a electric drill, I have a cordless drill, I have the weed whacker, and the circular saw, and they're all DeWalt. You should really buy one, Scottie. A chop saw is something you will need owning a house. Just buy one. Ugh, so stressful. What's this? Somebody sent me a friend request. Oh, interesting. Hmm. Don't know why. It's a bit on the odd side. Yeah. You pay a lot, but you make up for it with all the projects. But yeah, I don't have a garage, but I got the basement. Be sure to read, understand, and follow all the safety uh, safety glasses. Yep. Sliding chop saw is what you really need. Welcome in, Diane. All but the very cheapest of chop saws. Wonderful. Very sweet of you, Peplin. You guys could just move back to Pennsylvania. Just saying. Or well, you weren't in Pennsylvania, but Foxy was. But you could. Cordless drill is still electric. Well, I know that. Battery versus corded. You know what I meant. Go full something and build the aquarium racks with all hand tools. Oh God. And no screws, all pegs. Oh Lord. Oh, Peplin, I didn't know that. Where in Jersey? Jersey is where Usama lives. Hmm. That's a good point too, Usama. I would never move that. Find that. Be that way. Um, so that is the update on the the apartment, Lordy, the house. Um, I don't think I'm missing anything. I still didn't put the couch together. Um, but I'm making good progress on everything else. Lawrenceville between Trenton and Princeton. I don't know where that is, but it sounds like it's near Usama. Um, is that mosquito outside? I hope. I really hope. Please don't be inside. It's outside. Good. Um, Next on the whiteboard list is I can only see 6 like from the YouTube side. Uh-oh. Let's do a FFL stats. If I can type. $1992. That's probably when Usama was born. Just saying. Oh. Let's see here. Like count is 15. That's a little bit better. FFL Fat Kitty. Oh, good. We're up to 18 people too. That's good to see. Fat Kitty says meow. Um, so the first thing on my list, which is a carryover from last week, is moving my stream. I do have a poll on my community tab. If everyone could please vote. I would appreciate it if you haven't already. 0% say keep the same. So there's going to be a change. 67%, which is not really that much. I mean, it's more than half, which is good, but still a low percentage. Say move it to Wednesday at 7 p.m. 19% say Friday at 7 p.m. And 15% say keep it the same on Mondays, but skip it the once a month when I want to go to the Diamond State Aquarium Society meeting, which are on Mondays at 7. My thought was to do a mixture of Wednesdays and Mondays, but I would like to get more votes because I only have 27. So yeah, if what I'm thinking of doing is streaming on Wednesdays at 7 and 3 Mondays a month as well. Maybe or some kind of mix like that. I'm still kind of stuck on it, to be honest with you. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see here. Excuse me. It's 2/3. That's not low. True. Cosmin, I doubt I'll be streaming from there. So yeah, if you haven't voted, if you could, I would appreciate it. It's on my community tab. And I'll figure out what I'm going to do. I'm still kind of undecided. Next, the Keystone Clash. So, the numbers are still the same as last week. Unfortunately, one of the registered attendees passed away. I did meet him. He's been coming previous years for multiple years. He passed away. So that one was removed, and we did have one addition. So the number stays the same. Is Bucks County doing a swap soon? Not soon. It's going to be in September, I think. Alshon can correct me. Bucks County, I think, is in September. ACLC is in November. Is Wednesday 7 interfering with Dance Fish, or is that right before? It's 7 Eastern time, so it's 2 hours before Dance Fish. Let's see. Show classes is a number that I've added to the whiteboard. We only have 19 of 52. So that number is very low. Normally this time of the year we are above the halfway mark, and right now we're below the halfway mark. So we need to try and get that number up. That's for show classes. That's a $50 sponsorship. So if you're able to, we would appreciate it. Delaware County is doing a swap soon, though, right? I think. Yes. Can you stream from the meeting on those days? No. Yeah. Also, show awards. Yeah, show awards. We still have a few of those available as well, and we are also pretty low on speaker sponsorships. Um, so we need some more sponsorships, everyone. And I understand that many of you cannot do it. However, if you can maybe promote it to other people or businesses and see if they can do it, that would be a huge help. We would really appreciate that. Coming out in the next week or two, possibly, um, is the volunteer forms. So we're going to try to do it a little more organized this year, and we're going to send out a Google form. And if you're able to help for an hour or two, we would appreciate you fill out that form. It doesn't have to be huge commitments by any means. Um, yeah, it's a auction. I think that's what you meant, Usama. I'm sorry, it's not. It's not a swap. Um, I think that is it for the clash. Yes. Yes, 4 to 6 hours. Sorry, not two. Um, Next, so something that kind of perturbed me. I think that's the right word. The AKA had its open board meeting that they do once a year, and it was opened up via Zoom, or if you were attending in person at the convention. And it was nice of them to offer the Zoom capability for those that could not attend. I appreciate that. People in the meeting, like in person, were so rude, though. You have a board meeting going on, and there were so many side conversations going um, that it was hard for people there to hear and just about impossible for those on the Zoom to hear. It's just so rude. Like, it pissed me off. Also, in the meeting, they, I had expressed interest, no commitment, but interest in possibly hosting the AKA convention in 2025 at the Keystone Clash because we have room for it, and a lot of what they need and what they pay for, we already have. So it would save them money. And it would also be a money generator for the Clash. Number one, potentially more attendance. Number two, um, there would be some revenue sharing. So I figured it's a win-win. They pretty much disregarded us because of accessibility, meaning they don't like how far it is from the hotel or the airport. I'm sorry, from the airport. Yeah, it's not right down the street, but it's not that bad of a drive. Um, and it just, I don't know. It really, it pissed me off. It pissed me off because they've been begging and begging and begging for people to step up and host them. And then I give them a pretty good option, in my opinion. And it's already an event that attracts people. Last year, we had over 521 people coming to the event, come through that event. That's huge. I don't think we're going to get that much this year. I would be shocked if we do, just because it normally doesn't happen, that it's not that huge every year in a row. But we'll see. So yeah, it's I was, I don't know, a little perturbed by it. Number one, because of all the people talking. Number two, because of their train of thought about the Clash. And number three, they spent so much time talking about stupid stuff. They are so stuck in the past and old ways. Such as why they don't provide their little magazine, which is pretty good, I like it, digitally. And they just went on and on and on about it, even though the certain people in there were telling them what the next steps are to cover the people's concerns that wouldn't shut up. So that annoyed me. And then I brought up a concern about judges. It is a struggle for me to get AKA certified judges. And for the event, my question wasn't read fully. And all I got was that 3 judges got certified at the convention this year. I have no clue if those people are in California or where. And the other part of my question was, would it be possible to do a virtual training class on judging to maybe promote more people becoming judges? And that didn't even get read off. So I'm just not crazy about the mindset. I last year ran to be on the board for the AKA and did not get it. Was not told what the results were. Like, did I lose by a lot? Was it was it really close? And I don't know. My train of thought is, if I offer to help and I don't get it, then it gives me the right to complain. And so I've never really complained before, but I kind of feel I can now. I also am questioning if I want to renew my membership for the AKA, because what do I really get out of it? I get their online newsletter, which doesn't really have much, and I get the little magazine. And their online auction has not been used in years. Their forums are very slow, and I hardly ever even read them anyway. And I just don't know what I get out of it. I also am not sure if we're going to be an AKA sanctioned clash this year, because I don't know if we'll be able to get the judges. Which would be a shame, because those who do participate like it because they get the points and stuff like that. And I think it looks good to be an AKA sanctioned event. But I don't know if they'll provide the judges. I just don't think so. shop. No, Usama, there's still plenty of room for saltwater, if it happens. What methods other than driving are there to get to the event? Driving is not accessible, unfortunately. That's a valid critique. So you could drive to, or I'm sorry, you fly to the airport and then get an Uber to the hotel, or coordinate a ride with someone else. There's the airport is very convenient for those coming in via highway that are driving to the event, so it'd be easy to hitch a ride. Getting an Uber by yourself is a little pricey. If you can coordinate it with just one person to get an Uber together, it's very cost effective and very much better that way. You get a third person, it's even cheaper. Just takes a little coordination. I asked my aquarium club why they don't use micro auctions and or accept card, and basically said because most are of old age and can't figure out the computer stuff, and that it's just easier with cash. That is extremely frustrating and very similar to one of the clubs that I'm a part of, and it really irritates me, and I think it hurts sales too. I have at other clubs where someone, like literally in the middle of an auction, I'll see someone checking their wallet to see what they have, and then the bid gets to a certain point and they're like, can't go any higher, I'm out. And I say, we take credit card or PayPal, and their hand goes back up. I really think getting with the times, taking credit card, taking PayPal helps an auction, helps the club make more money. And I can say that firsthand as being an auctioneer, that I've seen it. And as a buyer, it has helped with my participation in auctions. And I've had to stop bidding at clubs that don't take it. So, yeah, I really think, yeah. It's 2024. Time to get with the times. How many judges does it take? You have to have at least one certified judge and to be the head judge, and then they can have assistants to help them. But you need at least one certified. The assistants is a lot easier to get. The assistants don't have to be certified. They just work under the head judge, but you got to have at least one certified. Getting an Uber is the same as driving. If there's no train or shuttle or bus service to the event, it's not accessible. There's many places that don't have a train that goes past their door. There are shuttles, and no buses though. More younger people coming to meetings, that's not an issue. Plus, you can put stuff in the auction on site. Yeah, my group auctions, it's not perfect, but it's definitely a huge. The more you use it, the more features of it that you take advantage of, the better it is. And those who can't figure it out, there's always people at the clubs that can help you figure it out. So yeah. There's other sites like it coming out. None that have really proven themselves or have the equivalent or more to my group auctions. All right, moving on. Amazon. So there's an Amazon wish list for the Keystone Clash. If you're able to help, we appreciate it. There's stuff that's single digits price wise, stuff that's triple digits. So whatever you're able to do, we appreciate it. And it does go towards medal level sponsorships. There's also an Amazon wish list for me personally. I honestly haven't checked it in a day or two. Let me check that out right now. Okay. So the Clash one has 229 items, and nobody has been able to help yet. Mine has 41 gifts remaining, and 16 have been purchased, which is very nice of everyone. I appreciate that. And I need to update the priorities on here. Let me actually do that right now before I forget. I'm sorry, because I did get the Ring doorbell. And I do still need that. And then where was that? Oh, it's out of. Oh, items are going out of stock. Oh gosh. Okay, I need to update that. Yeah. So that's the Amazon wish list. Next, I want to talk about the AKA ALA convention. Usama says it's the Amazon wish list on the Clash website. Yes, it is. So this weekend was the AKA ALA convention. It was a joint convention in Florida. The attendance, I think, was good for what they're used to, but it definitely wasn't that much, in my opinion. The auction, I saw, and some people actually recorded some of the auction. There were pairs of killifish going for over $300. There were some very rare species. It was definitely a good auction. So that was nice to hear. Had some beautiful fish in the fish show. I just think there's so much more potential, and that's just why I really want to be a part of it, and really wanted them to come to the Clash because of my passion for killifish and knowing how the Clash is and how much it would help the AKA. I honestly don't care about the ALA. I don't know much about them. But my passion is killifish. And seeing their auction and knowing how we operate an auction would help their auction. Knowing our space that we have available to us would help them. Knowing our attendance, knowing what the people that come to our event like and look for, it would help them. But I wish them the best. The other event this weekend was Aquashella. And that's the other thing, that there should never be two major events going on at the same time. That is just downright stupid and lack of communication and planning. You're just fighting against one another. And those weren't the only two events. Youngstown, who sends a lot of people to different events, had a big event this weekend. And then there were smaller events. Actually, no. Another big one was the Quad City Swap. I think that was this weekend as well. That's two major events and two big events the same freaking weekend. And then you have smaller events, like your local club meetings. ACLC was this Saturday. And there were a number of others as well. You're just going against one another. It's dumb. It's dumb. I could see it makes perfect sense having Youngstown, Quad City, ACLC, other club meetings. That makes perfect sense because we're geographically apart. But Aquashella being the same weekend as AKA ALA is just stupid. And like Alshon says, he doubts Aquashella cares. I agree. I think it's dumb on the AKA ALA part because they're the smaller of the two events, and it just hurts them even more, lowers their attendance. At ACLC, we had, let me check this. My list goes back 14 months, I think, maybe 15. It goes back a full year plus. And we didn't have the lowest attendance out of all of those months this past weekend, but it was definitely one of the lower attended meetings since January of 2023, because we had people at the AKA ALA convention and at the Youngstown event, etc. So we felt it, and we're just a little club. Aquashella, the attendance is down. You could see it in the videos, the recordings, and I did hear a couple people say that the attendance is lower. And I think they kind of did that to themselves. I'm not going to go too far into it, but they screwed over a lot of people that support them. And if you don't take care of the hand that helps you, you're going to lose your dedication. So, perfect segue to the ACLC meeting. While we only had 47 people, I think it was, which is one of our lowest meetings since, well, actually, that's very interesting. Last May and June were the only 2 months that we had that low attendance. No, not June. Last May. Yeah. It's the month of May. It's our slow month. So last May we had 43. This month we had 47, I think was the number. I'm not positive. I haven't seen the list yet, but I think there was 47. So again, not the lowest, but one of our lower months. However, 47 people, still a lot of people. It was a great meeting. Our speaker, Jason Den Hayes, was absolutely amazing. It was he very interactive. He kept everybody awake. Very knowledgeable. Um, Extremely nice guy. And I would say he is probably on the list to be considered as a speaker for 2025 Keystone Clash. Um, he was just really good. I really liked him. He spent a lot of time talking to members, helping them before and after his talk, which I really appreciate. He helped set up the tables and chairs for the meeting. He helped break them down. He was a runner in the freaking auction. He wants to, next time he talks at the club or at the Clash, he wants to bring some of his rare plecos and fish. I just really, yeah, like Joe says, he was a great speaker. Diane, he was awesome, best speaker I've seen in a while. Exactly. Welcome in, Ross. Good to see you. So I really am going to be considering him for the 2025 Clash. Steve says Jason was on the floor acting like a distressed Pleco. Yep. Yeah. So he was really good. Let's see here. The auction was a great auction. Our auctions are just they never fail to amaze me. Stuff was going for a decent amount of money, which is good for sellers, not so good for cheap people like me. I did get some Blue Dream shrimp, the iris, and I think that was it actually. Everything else I was bidding for went for more than my cheap pockets can afford or want to pay. Some of the highlights of it, let's see here. Let's see. Some plants were going for some decent money. Usually they go cheaper. Jungle Vow went for $12. A T5 fluorescent light fixture, 24-inch zoom edge light. Which normally, like, unless it's LED, they don't go for much at all. And even LEDs go cheap. It went for $20. And it's just a 24-inch light. So that was interesting. Let's see here. A bunch of plants. Tub plants were going for $10 and $12. Bag of Christmas moss went for 10. Crypticorn Balance went for 10. That's a high number for that, I think. Another bag of Christmas moss, 10. Nubius Nana, 10. Java moss. This is Java moss that I took to the auction. So Cosman gave me some moss. And I put Java moss in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, approximately 15 tanks, 3 tubs, and I still have a bucket of moss left from what Cosman gave me. Like, this was an ungodly huge amount of moss. I was shocked. I took 3 bags of moss to the auction, and they were big portions of moss. One went for 14, one went for 12, and one went for 25. Um, I was shocked at how much they went for, and still shocked that I still have some left over. Thank you, Cosmin. I also took the Oopie Poopy shrimp in for BAP. They went for $8. And let's see here. Pineapple swordtails. They were absolutely beautiful. One bag of them went for 18. Epiplatus DJI went for 10. Pseudomygo luminatus went for 14. Bag of least killifish went for 10. Usually they go cheaper. Aspidorus spillatus C125s went for 20. Another bag of pineapple swordtails went for 14. Another bag of C125s went for 25. Another bag for 22. Pseudomygo gertrude Aru 2 went for 10. Another bag of luminatus went for 14. Another bag of epiplatus went for 14. And another bag for 14. There were 3 pairs? Oh, one was BAP, and then there were 2 more. That's what it was. Gingaruba Endlers 10, Koi Angelfish 10, and Pseudomygo luminatus 18. The highlight of it, I believe, would be these 2. Corridor Schultzai, bag of 6, 45. Venezuelan Cories, bag of 6, 45. Another bag of Venezuelan for 40. Bronze Cories for 20. Let's see here. Cryptocorn lutea, 12. Usually the plants don't go for that much. Blue Jelly Neos, 18. Red Cherries, 25. Blue Dreams, 22. Skittles, 16. Skittles, 10. It's crazy. Blackworm Starter Culture. Tiny little portion. $14. Orange Neos, 25. Green Jades, 18. Craziness. Blue Dreams, 18. Black Bar Endlers, N-Class Trio, 25. Green Dragon Guppy Trio, 20. Dwarf Water Lettuce, 16. Crazy. What's this one? Neolamphologus multifasciatus, 20. That's it. It was a good auction, and it was very profitable for the club as well. Let's see here. All right. Nancy from Tennessee, welcome in. Cosmin, you're crazy. Zenny's back, and we all missed her significantly, as always. And let's see here. And I am very happy to say that I have gotten my first killifish eggs collected since I've been in the house. My Gardner Eye P82s. I collected eggs from 2 days in a row now. Very happy about that. I started putting mops in the other tanks last night and hoping for some from them. Basically getting the temperature stabilized down there and getting back to my normal feeding schedule, and the fish just getting more comfortable, I think, is what's doing it. And I'm hoping to get a lot more eggs. I have a lot of different species now. I'm very happy about that. There's some more that I want. And the nice thing is I have room for them. Right now, I have a couple of empty shoe boxes, um, and um, also a couple empty tanks that I need to set up. But I have empty shoe boxes that are set up with water and Java moss in them. So I can use that for babies. I can use that for new fish, whatever the case may be. Um, I also have some critter keepers that I think have water and moss in them. Yeah. Um, so yeah, I'm excited for that. Once I get this rack built, I'll be able to put some. I have an empty 40 breeder. I don't know if it holds water, and I have 3 or 4 20 longs. That again, I don't know if they hold water, but I'm ready to start check with them. I also have a 10 that I don't know if it holds water. Um, so I have multiple tanks that, if they all hold water, that'd be freaking amazing. One thing that I'm considering is, if these 20s do hold water, moving some of the 5s and 10s and 2.5s out of the main fish room and putting these bigger tanks in there. Because it's going to be easier to control the temperature in there, and I still want that to be my main fish room. Basically, I just want the other room where I'm building the rack to be overflow. There is also the potential of putting the rack that I'm about to build in the fish room if I move some stuff around. I gotta see. That would be awesome. Yeah. So the main fish that I'm looking to get spawning for sure, that I've been really concentrating on, are the blue galaris that I have now. The amieti, I still have not done a good job with them, and the sporenbergi. Those are the main ones I'm concentrating on. However, I do have some beautiful other species that are new to me, that I want to work with as well. But those are just my priorities for right now. So I've been feeding a lot of grindle worms, white worms, and freeze dried black worms. And what was the other one? Co-op fry food, because the adults like that too. And the flightless, wingless fruit fly thingies. I have not set up my brine shrimp hatcheries yet. That's coming soon. I don't know exactly where I want to put them yet, though. That's the one thing that's holding me up. And I have not fed the blackworms that I have, the live blackworms, because I'm hoping to culture them and get them reproducing quite a bit. I went in with the multi scissor thingy that I have. It's got like 3 blades on each side, and I went in and chopped them up. And I have them in the fluval hang on the back breeder box, because that gives them constant clean flow going through. And the I feed them a pellet or 2, like once or twice a week. I'm hoping this works, because if I could get into culturing blackworms, not only would that be great for my fish, but also my wallet. Usama, I got that food before I even knew you. It's old, but it's still tasty to the fish. Nancy says, "Did you pot that iris yet?" Well, Nancy, if you watch the replay, you'll get the answer to that. The answer is no, I have not. I am still stuck on what I want to do. If I am able to have it where it's being held and secured, and like the milk crate, if I put it in the milk crate and let the roots come out the bottom of that, if that's acceptable, that would be the preferred thing to do. So I don't know. If I have to put it in a pot, then I'm going to have to trim the roots and put it in a pot. And that would not be my preferred method because I really want the roots to be exposed so that the fish in the tub can have hiding places and stuff like that. Long Family Shoal, welcome in. Other plants have roots. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to do that. I don't even have gravel to put in the pot. I don't know. I don't like that idea. So then it says multi-scissor thingy. Is that like some sort of Swiss Army tool? No. Let me show you actually. It's a pretty cool thing. Where would it be? Let me look on my Amazon. Buy again, maybe? There it is. They're herb cutter scissors. Oh, let me share my screen. $7.74. They have 5 blades on each side. Sorry. These work great for cutting up live worms. So I use these to cut up red wigglers that are too big for the little fish. I use them for the black worms. I don't really use them for the white worms or grindle worms because they don't need to be cut up. But yeah, I mean it's cheap and actually I think I paid more than this before. But they work really good. Okay. Oh, I can use sand. I do have sand. I do have sand. Um okay. Yeah, I do have sand. I really wish that the the root ball on it is so big that it's really good for the fish to hide in. I just don't like the idea of putting them up. Are you sure if you cut the black worms, the pieces without any of the original ends have a chance to survive? I am not. Oh no. Um. Yes, Diane. The iris that I got from you. Um. What is the best way to secure that in the tub? I am getting told about 4 different methods, and some of them go against one another. Cosmin, I'm gonna have to look that up. Look that up on my phone right now. Can you cut up blackworms? Fragmenting is a way to survive for blackworms when fish tries to eat them. We can enforce blackworms' fragmentation either by cutting them or providing them with obstacles. Gravel, rocks, and seashells are great obstacles for blackworms to fragment by climbing around. Hmm. It doesn't say if you can cut them up a lot, though. Can you cut up blackworms multiple times? Hmm. Um, Cosman, you might be right here. I'm not sure. It might only be half. Ruh. Hmm. Crap. That might be an issue. Hopefully, it doesn't cause issues. Um, Blackworm farms pass the worms through propellers to cut them up, so the scissors may not be any worse. That's true. I mean, I doubt the propellers are cutting them exactly in half. I'm sure they're getting cut multiple times. Um, yeah, maybe I'll have to buy some damn pea gravel, or if I can use sand. I do have sand, but I can't put sand in a basket, so then I have to put it in a pot. Oh, this is stressful. You can do any way you like to get it to stand up. A milk crate might work. Put it in a crate and then can use twine to tie it up. But it's the bottom of it where that's the question. Does the bottom of it, the root ball, need to be in some type of container and substrate, such as pea gravel, sand, rocks? Does or does it, if I don't have it in some type of container, do I have to have that type of substrate at the bottom of the tub? Should I have that anyway? I don't know. Rosario caught blackworms for feeding his tetras and rainbows. Yep. Um, Take a worm, cut it in three, and have it in a cup and see what happens. Well, I chopped up a whole ball of blackworms last night, so I'll see what happens. Um, there's a segmented worm. You can cut them into 30 some pieces just fine. It's not about having an end or not. And all 30 of those pieces will regenerate. That's my goal. I am neither right or wrong. I might just be overthinking. I don't know, but it's a good question. Um, okay, welcome back, Tim. Um, Use a pond plant bag. Per Google, they could grow to be 10 centimeters long and 1.5 millimeters in diameter and have between 150 and 250 body segments. Sweet. So I think you could probably do more than 30 even. Sweet. Okay. Let's do a field trip. I don't know what a pond bag is, but there could potentially be one on. I'm back. All right. Present. Share screen. Atlantic. Aquariums. Let's look at a pond section. Chemicals. Oh, I don't have a net over my tub. I wonder if I should. A pond de-icer. Thermometer. These are expensive ponds. $1,000, $2,000. Usama, you're insane. It's expensive stuff. You know how many pond bags though? That's what I was looking for. Dang it. While we're here, let's see what else he has. Ooh, excuse me. Atlantic Aquarium t-shirt. Wow. Posters. Heat packs. These TDS testers, how often do you need to calibrate them? I have one, and I don't know when I calibrated it, if ever. I also don't know the last time I used the stupid thing, but still. Oh, Shrimp King. I didn't know you sold that. Or at least I didn't remember that. I like Shrimp King products. Oh, Rapashi Bottom Scratcher. That's probably good for Corey Doris. This is why I try not to come to this website very often. Because during times of my life when I say I'm not buying anything, it's very challenging. Oh. Hmm. Interesting. I didn't know you had Pleco Caves in stock. If I remember correctly, last time you didn't. Oh. Huh. I hope everyone else is looking at this while I'm looking at it too. I do need tweezers. Where's the plants? There's one. There's two. I should get another one of those. Oh. Oh, I don't think I have both of these. I feel like I have one of them, but I don't know which. Did you get more plants in? I don't remember you having all these. Hmm. This is dangerous. The ranunculus, that stuff is going crazy. It's taken over that whole immersed bin. Nice. What else we got here? Fish and inverts. I don't think you have any of them. No. Sorry, I was on a shopping spree. Um. Okay. Okay. Well, that ain't happening. Oh, good. Neither do you. Yeah, I have the boost. Okay. Cosmin, I said I need Java moss, and you gave me more than I'll ever need. I can only imagine if I were to say yes to Java Fern. Haven't had the shipment since the last one. Oh, welcome in, Laura. Oh boy. Oh, now that Laura's here, I guess we can end it. Is there anything else I need to talk about? Here, I was planning on ending it early, and I've been going for almost 2 hours. Yes, congratulations, Tim, by the way. Tim won some shrimp awards. What's this? Oh yeah, that's what that is. Excuse me. No, we did get up to 20. Cool. The ferns I have are much smaller, but I have a few other things I plan to get to you, especially since you said you have room. Oh boy. Oh boy. Well, Cosmin, you know where I live. You can always leave whatever you want in between the two doors. I appreciate it. Or put it on the back porch. That's fine too. Um. Okay. Third place for my PWL. Pure white line, maybe? Snow white crystals. Sad thing. I was on yesterday waiting for you to stream, got my days mixed up. Oh, Laura. Laura, there's a website called Fish Fam Link. I highly recommend it. Would have scored higher if bigger. Nice. Awesome. Oh, here goes the shrimp talk. Pure white line. Good. I'm learning. I'm going the other way, working on Santas. I guess they're not white or not pure. I don't know what that means. It's confusing. Very confusing. I need to get my. Oh, excuse me. I need to get my snowballs to breed. I have them in a tank by themselves right now, and once I can get them to breed and start raising up some babies, number one for BAP, but number two, I want to get the colony established. I then have some endlers that I want to put in them, but I don't want to put the endlers in with them until I at least get the colony bigger. The other thing, I'm just really nervous about it, but like I want to put some species together. And like I don't want to mix endlers, I know that. But if I could put some Corys with some endlers, maybe. The clown killies with some endlers would be awesome. But I still want them to breed. That's the biggest thing. Not even necessarily for BAP, but I want my fish to breed. Santas are mostly red crystals, which is opposite of crypts. Okay. So crystals are crystals. They're all the same species, just different color strains, right? So I have pure black line PBLs, yeah. Then I couldn't put any other crystals with the PBLs, right? Because I would like to get some red ones, but I'd have to put them in a separate tank, and I don't have any other tanks set up like that. Mostly red. Gotcha. Speaking of flip, I am trying to get Rob to be the speaker for June's ACLC meeting. He is tentatively booked, but he's extremely difficult to get a hold of. But he is tentatively booked, and with that said, if and when once I confirm that he is going to be the speaker, we're probably going to do a group buy, and he'll bring them with him, so we won't have to pay for shipping. So keep your eyes and ears peeled for more on that. I should have tried to call him today, but I totally forgot. How's the tank that you scaped? It is awesome. I like it. I need to get more tangerine tigers in there. I have some red cherries in there. I put the endlers in there. They're looking pretty sharp. I have one pygmy Cory in there. I need more of them too. Yes, some of the plants are growing. Not all of them made it, but some of them did. So yeah, I like it. I need to get that room finished so I can spend more time in there. They just wouldn't be pure black. Yeah, but I wouldn't want to do that. I got some teeny zebra something shrimp when he had a giveaway I won. They're so little, can't find them now that they're in 10-gallon. Ugh, hopefully they're in there. I couldn't find the snowballs my last batch, and the reason I couldn't find them is because they weren't there. Where they went, but they weren't there. Let's see what Usama sent me. Oh. How do I make it bigger? There we go. Interesting. Hmm. What's that? Oh, okay. All right. I've been going for 2 hours. Chat is slowing down. I think that means it's time. An eater breeder box. I like the name of that. Oh, Big Steve's just coming in. I'm getting ready to end it. I've been streaming for 2 hours. Tomorrow night's Dungeons and Dragons. So I'll be doing that. I think I might have gotten a little sunburn today. All right. Thank you very much, everyone. I do appreciate it. Let's see. You know what? I want to check the poll. Did anyone else vote? I hope so. Yes. Oh, it's even more divided now. What the heck? Oh, this is stressful. 62%, so the number went down Wednesday. 21% Friday, that number went up quite a bit. 17% keep the same, but skip once a month. Oh, this is stressful. I don't know what I want to do. Maybe I'll do Wednesdays and 3 Mondays a month do a members only stream. Maybe I'll do another poll with less options or different options. So the 3 Mondays that I'm not at Diamond State, I could do members only streams. And then every Wednesday I could do my regular stream. Maybe. I don't know. I'll have to figure it out. All right, everyone. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. And I'll see you when I see you. Where's my video?